Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2 for StarLadder. StarLadder Season 5 Star Series Na'Vi taking on Power Rangers, and this is gonna be one game only. And it's gonna be oh, okay. I'm jumping directly into the game. I was gonna say like blah blah Na'Vi Dire side, Power Rangers Radiant side, but we have seen of course Power Rangers before. They've made it into Star Series by by going through the qualifiers. There was one spot left for We as Asian, and they wanted to get that, and they got that by going through the qualifiers, and then they got into Star Series. So we were following them a lot because I casted a Star Series, and if you watch that then too, then you know that Power Rangers Cat plays Wisp solo mid. We've seen him play Wisp solo mid last Friday when they were actually playing against Empire for StarLadder, their first match. And a very enjoyable match, by the way. I'm not going to tell you, I want to tell you the outcome, but I won't. You can watch it on my YouTube, youtube.com/SheeverGaming, but he played a Wisp solo mid against Scandal. So I'm hoping that he's going to be solo mid again. Let's just go over their bans real quick. They have a Nyx Assassin being banned, as well as a Bat Rider, Darkseer, and Keeper of Light. With the Chaos Knight and a Gyrocopter picked up by Na'Vi, so that's already a lot of aggression on the board for them, as well as, I mean, in theory you'd say like Power Rangers, they pick up 2 supports, and that's, you know, that, but they're Wisp. I'm really hoping that we're gonna see that, because that's just enjoyable to watch. We're gonna have a Lone Druid picked up by Power Rangers, so that's the first one that's actually the bit of a carry kind of hero. So then they're gonna have that one farming and probably using the Wisp and another hero or 2, well probably 2 heroes because they need 5 heroes to at least keep the attention away from that Lone Druid as Na'Vi. They just continue with that aggression, picking up the Magnus now as well, and we might see that as a solo mid from Dendi, as we've seen that one before. We have got the Gyrocopter that's being played as a support before as well, so we might see that one as a support, but I am not expecting that. We actually have a Lifestealer being banned out, interestingly enough, from Power Rangers, not wanting to face that one. They also ban out the Enchantress, as a Tiny gets banned out by Na'Vi. They are expecting a Tiny Wisp combination or some sort of Wisp combination, but yeah, there's different heroes that they use as combination, but not really specific ones that you normally see. Like, not really Tiny Wisp or Chaos Knight Wisp or something like that. But we're gonna see what they are gonna be getting soon enough. They might be getting a Phantom Lancer. They have like that played that one as well. We have a Sven ban out Na'Vi. Just banning out the ones that you would expect together with that Wisp combination to indeed have that mid game presence. And you know, you might Alchemist ban. They maybe they were watching the previous game. I mean, Alchemist did a pretty nice job jumping around the map yesterday. I mean an hour ago. Whoops. Yeah, so it's Chen that's being banned out, and yeah, as the chat also says, I mean, Power Rangers, they play Wisp solo mid with the Dagon build. So how serious are they actually? But they actually won. They won with that quite a bit. Though I have to say they won against the teams that were in the qualifier for StarLadder, and now they're up against Na'Vi. And of course, the previous game they played, they played against Empire. So the first 2 matches for Star Series that they are playing is against the top 2, Empire and Na'Vi. And I mean the top 2 from the previous seasons, etc. So it's not easy to do. They pick up a Kunkka actually, so that's going to be their mid-game hero. And one that you can jump around the map with. I'm not quite sure how that goes, how effective that is, but we'll find that out. It's a lot of mobility. I'm actually thinking in my head to see what kind of combinations you could pull off with the X marks the spot and the Wisp relocate. Well, actually, you could actually TP somewhere, and instead of, you know, having the Wisp TP back, you could keep it back by using the X mark the spot. There goes the Lich by Na'Vi. I mean, they need to have some sort of supports there, depending on what that Gyrocopter is going to do. And a Dazzle. Dazzle and Shadow Demon, actually a combination that we see quite a bit. Of course, you have your Disruption creating illusions. Now, Disruption already works well together with Kunkka's Torrent, but also the illusions that you create work out pretty nicely for a Dazzle heal. And more importantly, if you then also have a Soul Catcher on there, that's a lot of burst damage going through. And if that's gonna be a tri-lane, like Lone Druid off lane, Wisp solo mid, Shadow Demon, Dazzle, Kunkka on the solo bottom lane, not solo, on the tri-lane bottom, that would be nicely. And a Spirit Breaker! We've seen so many fun heroes today. Oh, I say fun, I mean actually heroes that we don't normally see. So we have a Spirit Breaker picked up by Na'Vi. We're gonna see who's playing what, and it looks like we are gonna see a Gyrocopter being played as a semi-support, so that's the answer that we see there. Spirit Breaker, a hero that, I mean, we don't see every day, so I'm quite curious to see how they're actually gonna play that, and which hero we're actually gonna see mid for Dandy. As Power Rangers already know what they're playing. We only miss Kat having the Wisp pick up, but he's the last one to have to actually pick something up. It's going to be Havos who's going to be playing the case. That actually we'll introduce every player who's playing what when actually everybody has picked up their hero. That's a bit better. So so yeah. Go on, Kat. There you go. So let's see who's playing what. We're going to jump ourselves over to Na'Vi side on the Dire. They are, well, they're sitting very close together for something. I don't know why. Ooh, the courier is a weasel. We're gonna have Light of Heaven playing the Magnus, so that's gonna be the off lane for them. Arsart on his Lich. We have Dandy playing the Spirit Breaker. Dandy Spirit Breaker. Get excited for if you indeed do get excited for a Spirit Breaker. I mean, Spirit Breaker up against a Wisp. It might actually work. Assuming that there is gonna be a Wisp solo mid. He's gonna go for a fast battle. Forced indeed on the Chaos Knight. He's gonna be farming together with Arsart there, and there's gonna be Puppy who's gonna be supporting as well. He's gonna be playing the Gyrocopter as support, as we've seen No Tidehunter doing plenty of times. And they are all gonna go top, and they are gonna be joined by Power Rangers because they're all gonna be top as well, and they might not have a bear, apparently. At least the bear is gonna be checking out the room bottom. They did see each other just there though. Both of them pinging on the map, but yeah, they're not gonna go in. They're not gonna risk anything there. So we have Ni playing the Dazzle. It's gonna be ZXC who's playing the Shadow Demon. Moonlight on the Kunkka, and looks to be aggressive trailing for Power Rangers, as we indeed see CHSHRCT is gonna be going towards that bottom lane and having a solo lane for himself right there, hoping to get some free farm up against the Light of Heaven's Magnus. And we're gonna have Kat on the mid lane, same build as we saw before, going for those Gauntlets of Strength, and we'll be in the mid lane up against Dandy on his Storm Spirit. So how is this game gonna go, you ask? Well, I have absolutely no idea, and that makes these games good. I mean, we've seen Power Rangers do very well. I keep saying that, but I just, you know what the trouble is when there is actually a game of a team that maybe less people know. Power Rangers is a known name, of course. Oh, invisibility rune. Sentry board. Ooh, Rocket Barrage, and there's the disruption trying to help out. Will be enough. The reality threat back in, and it's gonna be Ni healing himself. He is gonna be the first blood though. Puppy picking him up. Arsart though on the side, one hit away from dying. Moonlight chasing him down. Rocket Barrage might actually pick up the Shadow Demon. Balls. Okay, I couldn't do it anymore. I was gonna like hold my breath and then continue, but the pause didn't unpause straight away. I'm gonna still continue though. It's gonna be ZXC that will drop. Arsart, I'm not sure it's gonna drop. The Torrent will still hit him actually. That's a drop, but they get an entire 3-lane wipe because I think Moonlight's not gonna be having a happy time as well. 5 seconds until there's another Reality Rift. Are they actually gonna use that? They might. They will. There they go. There they go. One more hit away from dying, and that's an entire aggressive trial and being cleaned out. Puppy though, 1 hit away from dying, and he will go down. No! Self! 15 HP is all it takes, and Amita from the sideline of ours decided to take a different route to get himself out. And that mice shout actually made Diego leave my lap. Too loud. Anyway, that was a nice sentry word, by the way. That was the best sentry word ever, because that invisibility rune just totally wasted and actually made the first blood for Na'Vi. And sentry word, of course, plays to counter any ward that a Power Ranger would place here, which you normally do on an aggressive trial and just get that control up, and of course to counter the creep wave. So not specifically for that rune, even though they did know that the rune was picked up, they have got that rune on the ward spot. But that's the first blood being done. In the meantime, we have the mid lane who's going to be 5 for 5 up on Dandy, with Kat being on 3 for 1. Gonna see how this lane is gonna go. Still a level 3 already up on Kat, with level 3 now also up on Dandy. But level-wise, it's indeed a bit even, as we have got the bottom lane interesting, but not interesting enough, because I think that these people are trying to do something. They actually counter-warded here, but they only got this one sentry ward that was standing like around there-ish, and maybe they're gonna try to find something else. I mean, the thing about an aggressive trial is that it's great to have, unless, well, it's great to have if you get kills, and if you can, or if you can stop your opponent, etc., etc. But they just they just gave 3 kills to Navi. Well, I'm not gonna say gave, they did fight for it, but it was, yeah. Yeah. Happens. I don't know what oh, wait, cut. Homie missile coming in, level 3 is not gonna be enough to stay alive. Eats a tango on his way out, might be enough to dodge that tower. There goes the rocket barrage, and that's a kill. Killing spree for Puppy, who has been in all 4 kills. He's 3 for 1. And that's gonna be solo mid, Wisp going down, and Puppy just roaming around. That does mean, though, that Power Rangers know that they're only up against a duo lane. Still having some trouble. In the meantime, the one that I was checking earlier is gonna be 15 last hits. Up on a lone druid, with Light of Heaven being on 10 for 2. So fairly in favor of lone druid, but that's to be expected, and still nice of Light of Heaven to still get those last hits, of course, as well. So he is on the solo off lane, which is normally the lane where you get levels rather than last hits. So if every last hit that he gets is actually welcome there. He's gonna actually be able to harass there. So when his Puppy comes in, oh, not even a homie missile, it's just gonna be a rocket barrage helping out. Maybe now a homie missile comes in. No homie missile, they just want to get it. Bear gonna try to block that. Light of Heaven, though, will be able to catch that kill if he wants to. He doesn't want to, he doesn't have the mana. No shockwave is gonna be catching up on that one. He still wants it, though. He still wants it. And Gyrocopter, he went down. The tower killed him off. Puppy died. And goes the bear again. So yeah, that was Puppy going down still. That was a bit of a gank that shouldn't have happened. He actually died here. Fleet Wave helping out. In the meantime, top lane is where the action is at. It's gonna be Torrent going through. There's a stun. 3 seconds up on Dazzle. Cannot heal for now. Puppy already back. Rocket Barrage going through. And that's gonna be the rest on the run. Homing Missile hits up on the Shadow Demon. Puppy, though, he's still chasing. It's gonna be Dendy's come in as well. Though here he comes. Moonlight gonna be the target. In the meantime, Shadow Demon drops on the side. Torrent's gonna try to help out. Dazzle's still alive as well. Still has a Shallow Grave, actually. Is not gonna have to use it, though. Dendy already backing off. And they only lost our support, Shadow Demon, but did not get anything in return, even though the entire team is here. Apart from Light of Heaven. And the entire team is very low as well. And it's actually pretty nice that they are wasting Dendy's time with that. They didn't get the kill, and they might actually get the kill here. Soulcatcher misses, but it doesn't matter. One more hit away, and a voice goes down. And that's not bad for Power Rangers at all. They wasted Dendy's time. He went top, didn't get anything. Went middle. Went back middle, so missed a lot of time on farming for Cat to get some extra farm up. He got his bottle complete. And it's still a voice that dies on the sidelines, with of course Shadow Demon coming back on full life and HP, so not bad. Could have been worse at least. Score from the bear. Let's see, he gets an entangled, no Light of Heaven, he's gonna drop. Entangles do the work for him. He got himself a poison orb of venom up on the bear as Spirit Breaker goes down. That was actually, oh, I'm so sorry that I missed that. That was Wisp. Almost going down to the tower, but still getting the kill up on Denny. Nice job for Cat, and that's gonna be him being level 6, so we're gonna see him being a lot more aggressive. And all of a sudden, this lane could be turning into a Quattro lane if he comes to help out. If they want to dive this with maybe the next Fleet Wave or something, or yeah, perhaps. Then he's gonna be TPing back towards the mid lane, continuing his farm there. He is still level 5, so he still has to get that level 6 there. As we're gonna see the gold graph going to the 0 line. 5 to 5 kills. This is all of a sudden, with kills being picked up middle and bottom. After all the kills happening for Navi on the top lane, of course also bottom and middle. Actually, that means, yeah. Well, almost everybody of Power Rangers has died. One Soulcatcher up on Avos, they gonna hit a Torrent as well. Reality Trip not hitting, and Avos is actually gonna have a lot of trouble. He is gonna go down! ZXC picking up the kill. Moonlight taking a lot of damage from the tower, but he's gonna be fine. Arsart still can use a Nova, but doesn't really want to. Cannot really get the kill with that. Maybe gonna try to get some harassment there. The heal helps out, but cannot really get that kill. And he has got stick charges, and he's got a hero around him that heals him. And there's even a tango up on Shadow Demon if he really wants to claim that one. So the heal might be doing enough. Illusion Rune up on Cat might be trying to do with something with that. He of course used his relocate earlier. I think he went top. Not 100% sure. Didn't get an assist though, wherever he relocated to. Oh no! He relocated to the base to get his health back up instead of TPing. Reality rips and no Cat! You're dead. He was really not looking or not counting on Avos being there. And if Avos wasn't there, that actually would have been a kill on Dendy again. He has to go back off again. In the meantime, Lone Druid still farming bottom. So we check out net worth. He is actually highest up on net worth. Pretty nicely as the Gale or gank comes up on the top lane. Torrent comes in, but there's also a TP from Poppy who's gonna try to help keep the support alive. It's gonna be triple kill though. They do know he's super low there, but I do think he's gonna be able to get away there. Having one more Shadow Poison or two, that would have been able to get a kill. Illusion Rune activated by Wisp, who was trying to find the Lich there, but Lich he was already on his way out, so Arsaad's gonna be just safe, just fine. And for the people wondering about lag, it's not on my side at the moment, so if you have lag issues, please send a report to Twitch or try different qualities. And I don't only mean qualities to go down, but also qualities to get nice. That are stun. Can he get something? Actually, the stun goes off 2 seconds. Trouble. Bash still hits, but they back off. They back off to a solo Wisp, and especially with the TP incoming, that's not a bad idea actually. That's fake Wisps chasing down Puppy. We have a pause from the Lone Druid coming up from Power Rangers. But yeah, what I was saying is you don't only always have to turn the quality up. Sometimes, or don't always have to turn the quality down, I mean, but sometimes turning the quality up will actually work better in your region. It really depends on how stressed the servers in your region are. And considering every different quality has a different server, just trying different servers in general, regardless of being at higher quality or lower quality, will sometimes work. So you can check that if you are having some issues. We have got the gold still fairly even, 6 to 6 on the kills. We have got the experience fairly even. There's really no difference whatsoever actually. The only thing that we haven't really seen yet is this guy, who now has a reverse polarity, so he's probably gonna try to kill off the Lone Druid by himself. Now, well, I say by himself, but he's gonna have Arsaad coming his way as well to help out. And they might be getting something with that, of course. I don't think Lone Druid was born yesterday, so he's very much aware that at this point, Arsaad, or Light of Heaven, is gonna be looking for that kill. Because he is level 6. If he's gonna be succeeding though, I cannot tell just yet. In the meantime, top lane is entirely empty, so he does know that there's a lot of people missing from the map. Shockwave not gonna hit. Feather up, but it's just some harassment courier. Sticking around with the urn. That's gonna be going the way of Danny TP coming from Poppy. And they're gonna try to go for this probably with the Nether Strike. Wow. Why did I not know that name? There's gonna be two gangs at the same time. Not sure which one to follow. I'm gonna be following this one though. Nice entangle. Wisp coming in, and that's actually reverse polarity is gonna hit still, but not on the Wisp. The Light of Heaven will be the one to drop now, and 4 is gonna drop as well. Moonlight coming to help out. Here comes Dandy. Gonna hit up on Cat. Gonna go on the Shadow Demon, but the Soul Catcher and the entangle up on Dandy as well, and Dandy is the one that will go down. Just like Moonlight did though. Arsaad coming to help out. In the meantime, here comes Puppy once again. Disruption trying to help out ZXC to try and stay alive, but I do think it's gonna be his end regardless. But this, even with no, the Shadow Demon is actually gonna live, and oh, Moonlight, oh, he just bought back. I think he just bought back. He had to have bought back. No, he wasn't actually not that. Not. He was just that. Oh, Lone Druid went down, not Moonlight. That's my bad. But yeah, that was a good trade for Power Rangers. They lost their Lone Druid, but that's it. Lone Druid was the one that got ganked on. He got the reverse polarity in his face. I mean, it would have been great if they were able to get that, but not getting that kill is not that bad. Sure, not getting him, not leaving him alive is not that bad, because they got a lot of kills in return for that. Light of Heaven dying, more people dying, so it was a good fight for Power Rangers in general. Wow, I'm messing up a lot with that fight, I guess. Well, oh well, home missile up on the Dazzle. He's gonna get charged as well. It's gonna be Arsaad who's gonna try to help out. He's having to run away from the barrel of entangle. His Arsaad will go down, just like the Dazzle does. The Rocket Barrage hitting here. Also comes Dandy Urn Charge trying to help out. Here comes a boat and a Wisp though, and that cleans out Puppy. Now Light of Heaven gonna run away. It won't be able to do so. Cat Spear is doing too much damage, and now Dandy is gonna be fast enough to run at least. With Power Rangers, every kill that's being done on their side, they get something in return for it, and they might actually get a tower with this as well. Wisp TPing in on the top lane, and they're gonna go for this. Shadow Demon helping out, but his Shadow Demon is actually, his demonic purge didn't hit. He tried to do it, but he couldn't do it. Home Missile coming in, Puppy TPing in as well, but 3 seconds until Cat's back again, and that will be just fine. The Homing Missile will still be doing quite a bit of damage, especially since he's not going to get killed off by any towers that he's going to fly through. Tier 1 tower, first one to go down, does go down, of course, on the top, bottom lane. Now another reverse polarity, there comes a charge up on Cat. He can't tether himself away though, unless there's going to be a reverse polarity first. And the reverse polarity is not on Cat. Lich Ultimate bouncing through. Light of Heaven still getting stunned, as it is ZXC that takes a fall. Nice entangle up on Light of Heaven though. They trade again the solo lane for a support. Arsaad needs an entangle, or he doesn't need an entangle. He still got one. He also got a torrent. He went down. Kun kept picking up the kill. And the bear needed an entangle, and he got that. I have to say, this bear is a pretty lucky bear.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, oh, I now remember what I was actually saying before fights happened on the top lane. It was a while back, so you might not remember that I was actually thinking about what I said earlier. So, what I said earlier was that, I mean, normally when there's a team that isn't... I might have actually finished the sentence already, but in my head I didn't. Oh, the bear dies, and he can't resummon it because no mana. But what I was saying is that normally when there's a big name team like Na'Vi up against a team that people haven't really heard of that much just yet, people automatically assume like it's gonna be Stomp, it's gonna be, you know, Na'Vi winning, etc. But Power Rangers is actually one of those teams that you have to watch out for because they pull off some crazy shenanigans, and I do want people to actually consider this game to be on even ground, which is, I mean, seriously, it feels that way. Light of Heaven, he's gonna skewer himself to low ground. And Arzard instantly backing off as well. But yeah, that was what I said earlier, so it's a bit awkward comment that I say now. Oh well, details. I'm just happy that I thought about what I wanted to say earlier still, and not go real old and just forget everything. Because I'm growing. Oh no, Na'Vi, they wanna go on this. They don't have reverse polarity just yet, 18 seconds, but they are gathering middle with Puppy coming in together with an invisible Avos. He's just looking for a stun to go up on Moonlight, perhaps, with Cat being around there. He's actually out of mana though. Almost out of mana. And of course those spirits give some vision as well. Avos, the invisibility rune is gonna run out soon. Looks like they're not gonna be going in. Never mind, they are, but the Tether stun was still there. Torrent is gonna hit up on our side. Over the force, it is trouble for him, and he actually dropped both flies in. Puppy gets stunned up. Cooldown still coming down on 3, but it doesn't seem to matter, and Puppy will drop. The initiation came from Na'Vi, but the communication and the coordination just lacked. Oh. A ball of disruption just came in. He is not gonna get hit by the torrent, but he is gonna get a Tether stun. He can still use reverse polarity, but we'll only catch Cat with that. As now Dandy comes in as well. Cat goes down, Dazzle goes down. Moonlight though, he picks up Light of Heaven on the side as Dandy still gets an entangle and bashes Moonlight away from the entangle. Courier, what you doing? Dandy getting the kill upon the Lich. Will still go down to the Lone Druid, and now also Puppy coming back in. Oh, this bear! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! How did that happen? Skewer to the low ground. Is it gonna be Lone Druid? Is it gonna be Lone Druid again? Reality Rift in. Is he gonna be getting more entangles? There's a disruption that's trying to save his life. He is still alive. Another entangle. Of course, goes down for the second game this time. And yeah, then he's saying Ice Frog entangles. Has to be random, not guaranteed. Yeah, that was quite the play. And then, again, that fight in favor of Power Rangers. We're gonna check out the gold graph slightly. It's gonna go towards Power Rangers. I mean, 4K, it's mostly kills right now because the towers are even. One tower down on either side. Having said that, I know that I'm wrong. There's one tower extra down on Power Rangers because the tier 2 has dropped on the bottom lane. So that is that. We're gonna have the experience graph going the way of Power Rangers as well. That's of course because of kills. You get experience if you get kills, and the more kills you have, the more experience you have, blah blah. We have got Moonlight building a BKB. So that's gonna be his first item of choice, and we're gonna check out what Dandy is building because I'm actually quite curious to see what he wants on his Spirit Breaker. Looks like he also wants to have a BKB. So that's gonna be his one. As Power Rangers, they're just gathering the mid lane. They might not have a reverse polarity of some sorts, but apparently all they need is entangles on every single hit that bear does. Almost every hit. Still quite a bit, actually. We've got a mechanism being built up by the Wisp. Here comes the call down. Gonna hit in the bear only, while Cat's still getting slowed by that. They seemingly just want to get the tower, though. Well, Light of Heaven gonna jump in. He does have that reverse polarity up once more. Home Missile gonna hit in the bear. Dandy actually being slowed down. The Demonic Purge is going to charge himself the way to the bottom lane. Now has to back up, and it's on the wrong side of the ledge. Boat comes in. Arsar taking a lot of damage from that Light of Heaven. Still alive for now, but I don't think he's going to be alive for much longer. Soulcatcher up on there as well. He's running for his life. 2 seconds stun up on the Shadow Demon, who's going to get healed by the Dazzle. And the Torrent not hitting anything. Reality Rift in. ZXC saving himself with the disruption. And, I mean, you just... Nice stun on Bear. Of course, will go down. But I mean, we just saw Na'Vi trying to get different targets. They tried to get the Shadow Demon, didn't get it, and that chase actually cost them a lot of lives. They tried to save, or Dandy tried to save himself. He's still stuck. So, you know, what he did, he got attacked, demonic purge went on him, so he charged himself away towards the bottom lane, but I think there was some miscommunication because Light of Heaven decided, you know, this is the time when I'm gonna go charge in and go for reverse polarity. So then he thinks, oh my god, I have to stop my charge because I need to be there. I need to be with that fight, so I'm gonna stop my teleport my charge right now, and I'm gonna be, you know, helping my team. But no can do. And he doesn't have a TP score either. He can actually buy one, but apparently he just wants to wait for his charge and charges to the bottom lane regardless. He's gonna actually charge towards the lone druid. Can he actually get something done? He does have his ultimate up as well, and he has some help coming in as well. They might be able to get him down. They need entangles, so I'm sorry, the lone druid needs entangles. He's not gonna get them. He's gonna go down. Well, I have to say, if you can't get a lone druid down and use 5 heroes to do so, then you would be quite in a lot of trouble. But they actually do use 5 heroes to to get that hero down. So if that's worth it for them, I do think it is, but at the same time they're also giving Power Rangers a lot of freedom on the top or the middle lane because there's nobody top, and Moonlight getting some extra farm there, who now has his recipe for his BKB, and Na'Vi, they just want to take the tier 1 right now to make the towers a bit more in their favor. They will still not make them even because this 1 tower will only leave them 1 tower behind instead of 2 right now. But at least they'll get some extra gold up, and that will be most helpful for, of course, the supports, because they don't really get gold from anything else, and they die a lot, apparently, in this game, because there's a lot of entangles, and they, yeah, they need to have that gold, that their main items, their core items, they get that mostly from tower gold, so having towers down helps. Not only for supports though, but you know what I mean. You do. So Moonlight, BKB ready. Kat, we haven't really seen him build a Dagon. I'm pleasantly surprised by this more moderate Wisp build, because of course we've seen Wisp builds, yeah, with Dagons from Kat before, quite a few actually. But this is a bit more sensible build. He might still get one, but he might still get one actually with the null talisman already there. But he does have a mechanism for now, so it's a bit more team fight oriented and very useful as well, since they of course are up against the Magnus, which is something that, I mean, Magnus has done some nice reverse polarities, some not so nice reverse polarities, but this is the main team fight that they have to take into consideration. They have to be able to survive the team fight potential from this Magnus. And one thing to do that with is, of course, with the Cat, with the mechanism. Cat's gonna get charged. It's gonna get another strike upon him as well. Cooldown coming down, and that's gonna be a kill. Nice kill pick up for Na'Vi. In the meantime, though, top lane is where the rest of the team of Cat was. They were pushing down the tier 2 with the bear helping out. The bear, by the way, he's been in quite a bit of farm, quite a bit of kills. He's been in 15 out of the 24 kills, and he's gonna go for a Mjolnir. I love that build up on bears. I love the build up for everybody. If you watch my cows more frequently, then that's something that you will probably know. They will give up a tier 1 tower for that, and a tier 2 is gonna get pressured by quite a bit as well. Lone Druid is gonna come in to farm that though, and there's gonna be yeah, there's gonna be the tower getting denied actually. Nice deny by ZXC. Now that one like purge upon, of course, can they go on? That Soulcatcher actually missed. There's the Phantasm, and he actually wants to turn around, go for that support. Shadow Demon, 2 seconds stun, and it's a force that backs out. There's 2 supports and he's running away, but he's still running now. Oh, the Moonlight coming in as well. Okay, sorry, my bad. Chaos Knight, can he get away from this? There is actually, this is interesting to see, no Shadow Poison, sorry, no Poison Touch up on, oh, that's the poison, Shadow Poison actually killing off, but no Poison Touch up on the Dazzle, which is something that we normally do see because he is one of those heroes that actually does have a stun, and I mean, in a game of Dota, you want to have disabled. So, interesting to see that he does not pick that up yet. He'll probably pick it up at some point though, but we'll have to wait and see when he actually does that, as Dendi is still building towards his BKB. I was checking out items, that's what I was doing before all kind of heroes started killing each other off. We still have the mechanism being built on our side. It looks like Light of Heaven still wants to go for the Blink Dagger. He's not that fast with it though, 20 minutes into the game. And we're gonna see a smoke up for Power Rangers as Moonlight. We have nothing new yet, and I think that is all the items that we saw, and that's gonna be... Well, that's gonna be Sheeva's guard after that, probably, maybe. Maybe. Short quick sounds we have got a boat flying in. It's gonna be a reverse polarity though. Hits up onto Lich Ultimate bouncing through. Mechanism trying to help out. Betterson actually helping out, shutting down Dendy, who's gonna be running away. Light of Heaven will be the one to die together with Poppy. And this was a good initiation from Navi, as we still have Chaos Knight dropping on the side because apparently Lone Druid, which is bashing in on him, and probably got some lucky entangles again. I mean, ooh, Wisp TP's in the midi. Yeah. Marshall's gonna be fine. I mean, of course there was a smoking from Power Rangers, so they did get that. But that reverse polarity, it looked to be positioned so well, but that Tether actually messed everything up. That Tether stun just, I mean, they went in, got Tether stun, and that actually gave Power Rangers a bit of an edge on the game. A bit of an edge to get that fight going their way. Mechanism, of course, helping out quite a big deal as well. And there's no Mechanism yet up on V. Cooldown coming down on 4 heroes actually here. That's gonna be a good way to go in, but they don't have a reverse polarity again, and I'm not sure why Dazzle just shallow graved himself. Probably misclick or wanted to do on the bear instead or something like that, as they're gonna be able to kill off the bear regardless, and they are gonna be resummoning the bear as well. Tier 3 tower, by the way, dropping in the meantime. And the bear is just gonna bash on the barracks in the meantime as well. Home missile coming in on the bear, but that doesn't matter. I mean, that demolish on that bear, making him do extra damage to buildings, so that one actually, it's enough to get the bear, to get the tower. Ooh, boat flying in, misses though. Indeed it was. It was also a bit of an offer BKB, as that was actually the second time he used his BKB. First polarity in 20 seconds, but I don't think that Power Ranger is gonna wait until that's happening. They're just gonna go back and farm and push back top and push back. Oh, they don't even need to push back bottom because bottom is pushing up for them. I'm interested to see when he's gonna pick up that heal. If he's gonna pick, yeah, he has to pick it up next. He's not gonna go for stats. Nah, that would be really crazy. I mean, sometimes you see Dazzle's going for a poison touch rather than going for the heal at higher levels. But yeah, he wants to have that burst damage and not the stuns. So you realize, you know what? Our bear is so lucky with entangles. Who needs the stun? We get entangles anyways, right? It works. You have a torrent. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of disables, so it's not like they are lacking disables. Shadowblade now up on the Kunkka, and a build that we see more often now. Of course, Shadowblade, it cannot crit anymore the first hit. Still does have extra damage though. It's still quite nice to have. And we're gonna see him probably build up a Chrysalis next or something along the likes. As we have the gold graph going the way of Power Rangers, no real surprise there. They just took down a couple of towers in quick succession of each other. Together with the melee Rex, they also got 12k gold in their favor. Experience graph, it's not that much just yet, but it's still quite a lot. It's still 7,500. We do see it go back and forth because Navi is getting stuff in return as well. But yeah, as Blink Dagger now up by Light of Heaven, so he will have that for the next fight and will actually be able to blink reverse polarity if he doesn't blink into a Tether stun, which is of course something that he'll try to avoid doing. Roshan will be quickly going down.
Roshan has fallen to the radiant.
Poppy picked up a Claymore, probably still going for a Shadowblade. Which is quite interesting to see him a bit late, but well, they don't really have any other invisibilities, so they might as well do that so that he has an escape and he can actually be a bit more of a semi-carry if the game goes later, which is something that they'll probably be aiming to do. Navi, that is. I mean, apparently they're not winning it early game, so they need mid-game. They need to get that farm up, they need to get that semi-carry potential up, and they need to gain control back, get some fights in their favor. Power Rangers though, I mean, they have got the game in their favor right now, and they are not doing bad. They are not a team that's doing bad on late game either, if you look at the hero composition. Oh, with TPing in, here comes Moonlight, X marks the spot, there's gonna be them on a curse too if he wants to. Doesn't even want to. That was, yeah, that was a lot of them. Bottom lane, gonna be the target for Power Rangers. They're gonna try to push. In the meantime, that's also going to be scouted out by the Radiant team. They do know that Poppy as well as Denny is around there, so that they can gank them if they really want to. Cat's going to come in from the other side. Perhaps going to be able to get a nice Tether stun up there. Oh, Poppy. Careful. Oh, Poppy. Oh, Poppy. Nice. So, that was Poppy. As we are gonna see them pushing bottom lane. Meantime, it's split push though. Oh, entangles up on Dandy. Surprise, there goes another strike, and his lone druid that's still alive for now is actually has the Aegis, so will be able to keep his bear up on Dendy, who was actually BK being out of there, and now is out of range of the bear to attack him opposed. I'm not sure if he wants to stick around here, because one entangle could be the death of him, and he's running the bear. Where's your entangles? Bear? 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 Yeah, he's gonna die. No entangles though, that's a first. In the meantime, bottom lane is getting pressured as well, and there's really nothing that we can do right now. Not without Poppy, not without Havost. Light of Heaven, of course, does have a nice reverse polarity, but it's not gonna be in time, or is it? He gonna catch two. Shockwave going through. Here comes Poppy as well. Cello Grave and Disruption helping out. It will still be Cat that goes down. Both flies in. Hello, Kunkka. Magnus goes down. Shadow Demon still goes down on the side. Rocket Barrage is gonna hit a bit on Dazzle, with Poppy overextending slightly. Is gonna be taking a lot of damage from there. Is the poison touch, and he will drop. Double kill going the way of Moonlight. Now also Cat back, teleporting in for that one, and will be out of there again. And that's an entire team wipe on the side of Na'Vi, and that is a GG called, because on the sidelines it was also Lone Druid that came in. GG gets called, and Power Rangers, they have now got the 2 games out of the way against the top 2 of previous season, Empire and Na'Vi, and they actually were able to get 3 points out of that. I would consider that quite the achievement. Power Rangers take 3 points. Na'Vi have had their first game right here for StarLadder, but no 3 points for them just yet. They still have 14 games to play. It's 15 games for each team, and at the end of the season, the top 4 teams will be invited to Kiev. But Power Rangers on the right path, while Na'Vi not getting the points. I do think that is a different ending than a lot of you people were expecting from this game. Anyway, we're gonna stick around because we're gonna have a game with Mousesports taking on DD, and we're gonna see one game out of those 2 teams also for StarLadder. We're having 5 StarLadder games tonight in total. This was the second one already, so 3 more to go. Stick around for more Dota 2 action. Oh yeah, oh, my riddle. If you want to support me, you can go to youtube.com/SheeverGaming and subscribe to me there. You can go to facebook.com/SheeverGaming. You can like me there. You can go to twitter.com/SheeverGaming. You can follow me there. Or you can go to twitch.tv/SheeverGaming. You can follow or subscribe me there. There. Okay, so thank you for watching. Let's jump ourselves into the next game. Don't go anywhere, and stick around. I actually said twice at the same thing. Doesn't matter. You know, stay. Good.